Well, hello there. Max Scoville here for Destructoid. I'm here at GDC 2014. Last night, I went down the street to a private event space, and I got to check out Alien Isolation, which is the upcoming Alien game from Creative Assembly and Sega. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, you might be unaware that the last Alien game was very bad. That was the Aliens Colonial Marines, and if it's possible, Alien Isolation is that game's polar opposite. Whereas that was a very dumb, loud, idiotic shooter, this is a game where you don't have any guns and it's terrifying and it's actually really good. Now, as the title would suggest, there is one alien and the game centers around a certain amount of isolation. You play as Amanda Ripley, who is Ellen Ripley's daughter. It's set 15 years after the original movie, and you are checking out the space station. The black box for Ripley's spaceship shows up, and it's kind of the opportunity to really close the books on your missing mom. So, you go to check it out, and what could go wrong but a Xenomorph? Now, before I got a chance to go hands-on with the game, the guys at Creative Assembly gave probably the most intelligent and well-thought-out presentation I've ever gotten in one of these video game press events. They went into the psychology behind the alien, examining exactly what people thought about the original creature, why it was scary, what the perceptions were, the idea that it's, it's fast, it's strong, it's lethal, it's vicious, all that stuff. But then pointed out that the original movie, why it's scary is that you don't really see it that often. And they looked at kind of how to adapt that into the game. And the idea is this is a game about the alien hunting you. This isn't a game about you fighting the alien. This is really strictly about survival. So a few things they hit on is that the level design really supports the fact that the alien is not necessarily just going to be making a beeline for you. It's going to be kind of following you, observing you, and it's really a game about senses. It's about your senses kind of keeping track of what the alien's doing, making sure it's not right in front of you about to bite your face off. But at the same time, it's also about the alien observing you. If it sees you, if it hears you, if it gets the sense that you're there because of whatever it is you're doing, it's going to come after you. But it might also just kind of, watch and wait. Now, the level design in this game supports this quite well, and there's apparently just numerous ways for the alien to get around, and you're not necessarily aware of all of them. There's vent shafts, and there's dark corners, and he can go under the floors and stuff. And the whole idea is that you really don't have a whole lot of a way of keeping track of him other than your little motion tracker. Motion trackers in a lot of games are these sort of magical radar devices, but the guys at Creative Assembly were really kind of adamant about the fact that they want this to be a realistic device, like something that would actually kind of function in the real world. And how it works is you get this kind of this cone that shows off motion in front of you, and it'll kind of give you a sense of the range if the alien is kind of in a vent above the ceiling, and if he's 20 feet away or 5 feet away, whichever, and you'll kind of have more of an idea of distance. Whereas if he's to your right or to your left or behind you, it'll just have like a vague sort of yes or no motion tracker. Now, sort of the flip side of this is you also have a flashlight, and you're going to dark areas, and of course, if you have the flashlight out and you're waving it around, that will kind of give away the fact that you're there, and the alien will see the light. At the same time, the motion tracker also gives off some light, so if you have that out in a dark room, that will cast light on you, and the alien will notice you. And then again, if you are actually in a dark room and you pull the motion tracker out, the alien will see that too. On top of that, you also have to choose between focusing on the motion tracker or on what's actually in front of you, which is goddamn terrifying. I mean, think about you can't use a flashlight and a gun at the same time in Doom 3, except this isn't a game about shooting things. This is a game about, being scared shitless and actually surviving on your own. Isolation will incorporate a crafting system of some sort, though I didn't get any details on that. But throughout the level, I found, kind of toolboxes full of random objects. There was stuff like, gasoline, which I'm guessing maybe you do Molotovs at some point. The alien does apparently hate fire. But the guys really wanted to say this isn't a game where you can, punch the alien in the face and make it run away. This is a 9.5-foot tall Xenomorph monster, and it will kill you. If it sees you and catches you, it will kill you. And it's pretty scary when it does, because this thing is actually really smart, and I would say they nailed the design pretty goddamn hard. To give you an idea of exactly how faithful the guys at Creative Assembly are being to the original source material, they showed off a couple of really cool things they're doing. One, they made a rule for themselves that nothing in the game should utilize any elements that didn't exist in 1979. They're trying to create a future of the same era when the original movie was created, and they apparently got like 3 terabytes worth of production documentation, like blueprints, set photos, prop records, all this stuff from 20th Century Fox, and they've been looking at that very closely. They've been designing the game to look like the original H.R. Giger designs and the Ron Cobb concept art. And one thing I really love is for all the interfaces, they don't want it to look like, some iPad app that you would get. They have actually, created logos and menus and stuff like you would see on a Betamax player back in the day. They've taken these, CG things they created, and they've taped them onto actual VHS cassette tapes, actually taping them over old copies of Alien, so if anything bleeds through, it actually looks like it belongs in that universe. And then they've played them back on the ugliest, grossest, nastiest old CRT TV, and they filmed that, and then they used that in the game as an overlay. So they took something in a computer, put it through VHS, Betamax, garbage CRT TV, with a copy of Alien thrown in the middle there, and they put it back in the game. So the look and feel of this game is very authentic. If you're a fan of the original, I think you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised. And if you are a fan of survival horror, you will probably be unpleasantly surprised numerous times because the alien will jump out at you and bite you in the face. In any case, Alien Isolation looks really, really cool. I'm sort of excited for it. It's kind of bittersweet. It scared the shit out of me when I played it, and I'm almost kind of dreading having to play it. During the presentation, the keywords they used was they wanted to fill the player with constant dread. And if you would like to be dreading the release of this game, it comes out sometime this fall. It's going to be on 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Go check out the interview I did with one of the head dudes from Creative Assembly. God damn, very cool game, very scary. I'll see you guys around.
No!